Hi, Karla here, and I'm so glad you've joined me for part 2 of my gardening adventure. If you remember, in the last episode, as I was setting up my garden hoops, I ran into a bit of a problem. Yeah, let's go check it out. What is oh my God, why is this not fitting? I see. On one end it was squished too wide to fit, and the other end was crooked. Well, that just means another trip to the store to replace it. But first, I need to wet the soil in my bins and let it settle to see how much more soil I'm gonna need. And then I get to the fun part, which is buying the plants. So here I am with my first haul from Walmart in the car. And we have viola. Let's see if I can find the name for it for you. There it is. We have viola. I understand that these flowers are edible. We're gonna have fun with that. I got some spearmint, of course. I got a purple cone flower. I don't know if you can see that, the echinacea. I also got some Greek oregano. And last but not least, I got some nasturtium. Okay. So I got a few other plants that they didn't have at Walmart here, and I'll show them to you right now. Okay, let's see. So, let's see, the first one I got was, that's just the regular garden sage. Just regular garden sage. And I also bought, I'm so excited about this one, lemon balm. I also got peppermint. And I wasn't planning on getting this, but I got it anyway. Chamomile. I think you can see that, but it's chamomile. And let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is the German oregano. They weren't great, but let's see what happens. I got rosemary, of course. That's a nice rosemary. And last but not least, I got catnip. I was excited about the catnip too. All right, so. Okay, so we've got the beds filled finally. The hoops are up all together. It's perfect. And now we're going to do some planting and put in the water irrigation. Okay. Okay, so here are the things I'm going to use to irrigate my raised beds. So I've got some of this black tubing, 1/4 inch, as a connector, because what I'm using is 1/4 inch soaker hoses that I plan on weaving through the beds. I also am going to be using this timer, and I also need a pressure regulator, so I bought this. I want to have one on a timer and maybe be able to just do manually easily with another on another spigot, so I decided to use 2-prong faucet hose, and I just got a plastic one, and I'll see how this one works, you know, before I invest in a metal one. And then I have some barbed connectors, which I'm going to connect the black hose to the soaker hose. And then I got some end stoppers, hole plugs to, you know, at the ends of things. But you'll see, and let's see. Hey, this is my first time doing it, so let's just have fun and see how this goes. I'm no expert. We're just having fun. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I have the first one laid out with the black hose so that no water is dripping outside of the bin, and then it'll just start inside of the bin, and then I've wrapped it around. Now before I connect it to the next bin, I want to make sure that this is working properly, because that's a lot of work and I don't want to cut any more tubing and make a mistake. So let's go on to the next step first, and I'm going to set up the spigot, which is, if I go this way, over here. So I'm going to set this up and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, so I have my timer here. I have the regulator, the diverter, the bypass tube, I don't know what you call it. And I got some washers because I hate it when the water just spits out and spurts everywhere. It just makes me crazy. So let's start putting this together. I guess my biggest question is, do I connect this way so that only the water that comes out on this side goes through the timer, and then this one anytime? Or can I do it this way? That's a good question. And then I can have it on timer and still be able to do it manually, maybe by pushing this button. Curiouser and curiouser. I think I'm going to try it this way first. I did mention to you that I am no expert. I am just learning as I go. That's my magical adventure. Okay, so hey, what does it hurt? We'll try it this way first. If it doesn't work, I'll take it all apart and do it the other way. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it set up. Look. Okay, I put the washer in, so now there's no leaks at all. I still just have to set the timer. And let's watch. So the water goes through the timer, and then it goes through a pressure regulator so that it won't explode this little tiny hose. So this is the black tubing. I'm going to tie all that down, and then look, the water goes into my drip hoses. It's working beautifully. And I chose this system over bubblers just because I have the worst luck with bubblers, but that's because I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. This is a simple concept. I think I can handle this. And we'll see how well this works. Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna continue working to connect it to the next bin over. All right, here we go. Okay, so it's working in this. Soaks very well. And then it ends. There's the black tube. No water, no water, no water. And then here's the second one. It's got it all set up. And it works great. And at the end here, there's a stop. No water. It's going to allow me to, if I need to connect it to more things, if I want to water more pots, I can. So this is awesome. I love this setup. I'm happy with this. So far, so good. I can't believe I did not film me planting these, but so here's what I've done so far. I planted the nasturtium here. I'm leaving that space for the lavender. It grows. I've got echinacea, purple coneflower there, some catnip here, chamomile there. I've got my viola here. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. And now I'm gonna plant. I gotta put these in. Okay, let's try that. This is next. Okay, let's see. So I've got my lemon balm, the garden sage, my Greek oregano, and some German thyme. I'm gonna put, I think, lemon thyme back there, maybe a basil here. We shall see. Okay, so as you can see, now I've got my netting up to protect. This is what I've used the hoops for. I use some black tubing that I cut open and used to attach that with. And then of course I just used clothespins. Those are cheap, easy to get, very efficient. And I used tulle that I just got at Joann's while it was on sale. Walmart's another great place to get tulle, and that works really well. I bought some bird netting, but I think this tulle is going to be more than sufficient for my needs. So now I get to protect my plants from the rabbits and little things that want to eat them up. And now I'll go do my next bed, but that's how I'm using these hoops. I am so excited to show you my herb garden. So the first thing you'll notice is that I use straw as a mulch to help hold in the moisture. That has really helped the plants. I also added in a few more plants like basil and pineapple sage and bee balm. Another thing is that I wrap the soaker hoses closer to each individual plant. And as you can see, they are really thriving. Would you look at those violas? Oh my goodness. Now the peppermint, spearmint, and rosemary that you saw earlier, I've planted those in separate containers, and you'll see a video on that process soon. I hope I've inspired you to have your own magical adventure, and an herb garden is a great place to start. Till next time.